What's up, friends? Welcome to the YouTube channel. My name is Ryan Fairbanks with Atlas Island Entertainment. Thank you for checking us out. I really appreciate you viewing us today. Make sure to drop a like if you enjoy the content of this video. Comment below what you want to see from us, and make sure to subscribe so you can look out for more content in the future. But today we're going to be going over vocal recording. I'm going to be going over microphone choice as well as room treatment and noise, what different environments can do for your sound. Along with that, we're going to go over pre-processing, preamps, different choices you can make before recording to make your vocals sound the best they possibly can. But anyways, come on, let's get going. Yay! So first things first, I want to go through 3 different microphones real quick to show you the different sound of them all. So source sound is a very important part to recording. You just want to make sure you get it sounding the best you can from the start, and that starts with picking the right microphone. So right here in front of me, I got the WA87 from Warm Audio. This is my preferred microphone for my personal voice. I'm a tenor range, so it gives a really nice warm mid-tone, a really good high-end without being too sibilant in the end. Next, I'm going to show you the WA47, also by Warm Audio. Sponsor me. So my pianist, Jacob Fitz, he has a very low voice with lots of bass tones to it. I would put him on this 47 here because it has a really nice, smooth low end, thanks to it being a 2 microphone, and then it also captures that mid-tones and keeps them very present. The next one I want to show you is going to be the AKG C414. So this is my personal workhorse microphone for everything, but for vocals specifically, I like it for, say, a female jazz singer, because this is going to be a little bit more of a sterile microphone. It's almost a little too perfect sometimes, so you got to really use it in the right situations, but this one gives you a really nice, crisp high end, really good detail throughout the high mids, but not too much low ends. What I'm going to do now is just using my voice as an example, go through each microphone one by one and show you how they sound individually. And I became everything that exists to you, and now you're gonna run away. I never follow through with things I say I do, I just don't know what to say. And I became everything that exists to you, and now you're gonna run away. I never follow through with things I say I do, I just don't know what to say. And I became everything that exists to you, and now you're gonna run away. I never follow through with things I say I do, I just don't know what to say. So while we're in the vocal booth, I just want to take a second and talk about proximity for a second. So we're going to use the WA47 here, for example. So depending on where you are standing in relationship to the microphone is going to affect how the sound is. So if you want a more low down the center vocal, get up, right up, a little bit more present. Now you do run the risk of having more plosives, which could be a headache to edit out later, but you do get a little bit more focus with the vocal back there. And now the further you stand away, the more thin and more distant you are going to sound. So typically when you're doing a lead vocal, right down the middle, you want to have it at least 4 to 6 inches, depending on the presence and what you're trying to get out of it from the microphone. Just stand comfortably away. You don't have to be too far where you're afraid of it, or right up on it where you're trying to eat the microphone. You just need to have the right distance away to where you're comfortably getting a nice balanced sound. And then if you want to have a little bit more focus, this is popular in hip hop and all, is get up right up on the mic so you have a little bit more presence and power within the mix. Really, the name of the game is playing around combinations and different positionings to see how different you can make each recording sound, and so you have more control with pushing that stuff out and getting it sounding fat as. But room noise will also play a very important role into how your recording will sound. Now, if your room sound is heavily affecting the way that your vocal is coming out, I highly recommend picking up some acoustic paneling. You don't necessarily need an isolated vocal booth to get a nice dry take. As long as your room has some degree of diffusion in it, such as paneling and foam, which you can find at Guitar Center, Sweetwater, and all that, for fairly affordable prices. I'll link some items below in the description for you guys. But as long as you're treating your room a little bit, that'll help cut down a lot of the reverb and resonance within the room so you can have a really nice central and focused vocal take. Sweating my off doing this for you guys, okay? You better appreciate this, all right? It's hot. It's like 90 degrees in this studio right now. So when it comes to actually capturing your vocal, there's a few ways you can go about it. In the home studio sense, you're most likely going to be just working with the audio interface. There's a few interfaces that I really like the Universal Audio Volts, the Scarlett, but my personal favorite line is going to be the Apollo series from Universal Audio, because they do give you some sense of what it's like to pre-process with some actual analog gear in a digital fashion. When it comes to working in a home studio, you're usually working with just the preamp plugging in. That works just fine. The Universal Audio Volt has a 610 preamp built into theirs, which I think is a fantastic preamp. when it comes to starting out, because you can switch between the two and have some versatility in that. Now when it comes to recording on the more large side of things, you're usually processing through a board like this into some more high-end interfaces like the Apollo 16s that we have, so we can do a little bit of a hybrid setup going on, as well as sometimes you might be running into analog gear such as compressors, preamps, EQs like the 1073s. My personal favorite is the 1176. We also have the DBA 160A. That's an incredible compressor as well. Usually you're running your vocal into these compressors and preamps first, then into your DAW or recording capturing device of choice. Usually using outboard analog gear gives you more of a natural saturation, a little bit more characteristics to your recording rather than a straight digital capture of it. It's gonna be a little bit more thin, a little bit more sterile to say. All right, we are finally wrapping up today's video. I know in YouTube time it feels like it's only been about 5 milliseconds, but for me it is now officially about 1 a.m. Got caught up in the middle of a studio session with my band All I Hear Is Static. Went really well. Got all of it stacked up right here and ready to mix. But anyways, thank you guys so much for checking out the Atlas Island YouTube channel today. I really do appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video. If you guys feel like you guys have learned anything throughout this video today, make sure to smash that like button. Any support is always appreciated. Make sure to subscribe to stay up to date for any future content that we will be releasing. Make sure to comment below about anything that you would like to see from us in the future. Thank you guys again so much for checking out the video today. Anyways, I am absolutely stupid tired right now, so I am going to be signing off. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Take care.